Trump just ordered the deportation of 500,000 Cuban, Venezuelan, and Haitian immigrants that came here the right way. And my question for my fellow Cubans is, are y'all still feeling special? My entire childhood was spent being fed the narrative that our family came here the right way and that everybody else that's complaining about being deported, well, they just need to go back to where they came from, start the process over legally. I don't want to ever hear another Cuban American say some shit like that ever again. I'm going to laugh in your face. Maybe you all will finally realize that no matter how much you try to blend into white Western European culture, no matter how much you try to pretend that you don't eat ham croquettes for breakfast and that you've never had ajiaco for dinner in your entire life, the problem is that Donald Trump is never going to see you as human. It's always been about racism. Here's the part that we like to talk about in our homes when no one else is listening, but I'm going to go ahead and say the quiet part out loud. You all think that you are better than every other type of Latino American. Conservative Cuban Americans, MAGA Cuban Americans, think that you are better than every other flavor of Latino American. And now we have proof. You are no different. We are no better than anybody else. No matter how many times you place your vote for Donald Trump and the Republican Party, they are still going to see you as subhuman. And even if you hang your hat on the fact that you came here the right way, at the end of the day, it's not going to matter to him, because if he wants you gone, he's going to find a way to disappear you.
And together, we will make America great again.
Ay, 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 por Dios. Yo voy a votar por Donald Trump. Repítelo. Ay, 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 por Dios. Ay, por Dios. Yo voy a votar por Donald Trump.
President Trump, we love you. We will support you all the way to the end. Thank you for everything you've been doing.
I'm Hispanic and I vote for Mr. Trump. We vote for Mr. Trump. Yes, Mr. Trump.
So this is what I'm trying to understand here. What did Cubans who voted for Trump think? Did they think they were special? Did they think that Trump, who had been saying for months, even years, that TPS was not a legal way to come into the country, who thought that everybody from Latin America was munching of the government, who talked about the largest deportation in history, was going to just look the other way when it came to Cubans? Because what? Because they're special? These are the same Cubans that for a while kept talking about Mexicans and Central Americans and South Americans and saying that we were munching of the government for some weird reason, when most immigrants don't munch of the government because they don't even have a social security number. But well, I digress. The point is this: the guy told you straight up what he was going to do, and you thought you were exempt of whatever measure he wanted to take, and you didn't care about the rest of the people that were going to get hurt, and you still don't. And now you're crying on social media saying that they're illegally taking the people that he promised to pardon you if you had, like, some guys, or say, like, if you had a college degree, then, or you were going to school. What do they think? That the rest of us don't have education, or that the rest of us don't speak multiple languages? We do. And most of us work hard and have an organized life. It's not like Cubans are the exception to everybody else. That's what happens when you feel you're special like this for no valid reason whatsoever. Then when reality sets in, it feels like a brick right across your face. So you're in the find out phase, because you guys voted for this and you guys supported this. You guys supported a guy who put the embargo back on your island. And now the people that you have down there are suffering. Now you can't go visit him anymore. And on top of that, you're getting deported over there. So you voted for the guy who set up the embargo to send you back again to that embargo that you escaped from. So don't come crying. I'm Alex. This is my rant, and I'm out.
Where are my Miami Cubans at? Stand up for what you supported in 2024. Stand up for what you supported. Oh, you thought he wasn't talking about you, right? He wasn't talking about you. He was talking about the illegals. Even though we tried to tell you, if your skin color was brown and you talk Spanish, he wants you out of the country. You thought, oh, he's not talking about me. We tried to warn you. the mass deportations in U.S. history affect communities of color indiscriminately. How do they know if you're undocumented or not? They're going to harass you. So even revoking legal status for 500,000 Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans, how are they going to find out which ones just lost their legal status? Where are they going to find them? They're going to be searching these neighborhoods, as they have been already. You know, when I moved from Michigan to Florida, I was young, naive. I didn't know what had happened in 2000, but I was shocked when I learned that Cubans in Miami were Republicans, because coming from Michigan, I knew who the Republicans were, and they couldn't stand the Cubans. And it's like, you're voting for people who can't stand you. They tolerate you because you stay in Miami and you're not venturing out to Iowa. You're not venturing out into the Midwest to realize that the people you're supporting want you out of their country. FAFO. But stand up and own what you supported. Round of applause. Greatness is here. Enjoy it.
Welcome back to Echo Room Vibes, the place where we break down the drama, the irony, and the whole no they didn't moment of our time. To our new subscribers, grab a seat, and to our OGs, you already know what it is. Y'all keep this place hot. Drop a like, a comment, and share this video, because trust me, you're gonna want to discuss this one. So, Cuban MAGA voters, how are we feeling today? A little chilly? Maybe a little nervous? Maybe a whole lot of faffle? For those who don't know, that's F around and find out season in full effect. Because Trump, yes, the guy, the chosen one, the savior of real America, has now decided to revoke the legal status of certain Cuban immigrants. Yep, the man they thought was their anti-socialist hero just went full deportation mode. So, let me get this straight. Cuban voters, a large chunk of whom rolled out heavy for MAGA, are now staring at the same immigration policies they thought were just meant for other people. They build a wall, energy just hit home, huh? Interesting. Funny how things get real when the policies you cheered for start knocking on your own door. And before anyone comes for me, yes, let's acknowledge the nuance. Not all Cuban Americans voted for Trump, but let's all be real. Trump won a major chunk of Cuban voters, and a whole lot of them thought they were securing the American dream while locking the doors behind them. Turns out that door swings both ways. Now, Trump is making moves that could strip thousands of Cuban immigrants of their legal protections, and suddenly the law and order folks are sweating bullets. I mean, wasn't this the same energy used against the other immigrants? The same, they should have come legally argument. What happens now? Do the same rules still apply, or are we about to see some exceptions because suddenly it's different when it's you? Y'all, the irony is rich. We are talking Jeff Bezos levels of wealth. And the stitches on this video, the stitches, the reactions are priceless. Shout out to all the creators breaking this down with facts, clips, and that delicious side of "we told you so." So let's just quickly dive into the video. I will come back for more commentary.
No, it's not funny. It's really not funny. I'm not laughing because it's funny. It's just very ironic and crazy how can I say this? Throughout the election, I saw so many Cubans, Venezuelan, a bunch of Latinos saying with their whole chest, not voting for Kamala. There was this guy even that he was getting harassed by his neighbor that didn't even want him around, but he carried his Trump flag, proud to vote for Trump. But I just wanted to come out here and let them know and ask if they have seen Trump's plan. Have they seen who Trump have elected to run the immigration and his plan for the mass deportation? He has elected the two most anti-immigrant that he could possibly find. And did you see that he has announced that he's gonna cancel the CBP 1 and the humanitarian parole? Do you know who that affects? Do you know who that affects? Do you know where he's planning on sending you coming January? He actually even warned you guys to pack your bag and save him the time and save you for humiliation. I don't know if you guys are following everything that's happening. I mean, I would hope you'll be following because that affects you directly. But what bothers me is the fact that you truly did not believe that Trump would carry his plan. You did not. And that blows my mind. It makes absolutely no sense for you guys to sit and say, oh, afraid of socialist dictator, and you turned around and voted for one. Anyway, good morning.
I have always said that stupid people are the most dangerous people on this entire planet. I don't trust dumb people. I avoid stupid people like a ticking time bomb with no timer because you're not sure when they're going to go off. You can guarantee they're going to go off, you just don't know when. Let me be very clear about this. Stupid has nothing to do with diplomas or degrees or jobs. I have met morons with Ivy League paper plastered all over their walls in frames who couldn't navigate a moral choice if you drew it for them on a map. Stupid people walk around through life oblivious to the damage they cause. They're the ones who vote against their own interests. They think they're always right, and that's the problem. That right there is the real poison. Because when you're stupid and you do things like vote against your own self-interests, you become the puppet, pulled by fear, pulled by propaganda, by whatever authority pats you on the head and says, "You're doing a great job, vote for me." I would sooner sit next to a hateful, racist person than a stupid person. At least the racists know who they are. They're gonna spew venom for sure, but there's a twisted kind of honesty to them. You know where you stand with them. You know exactly where the landmines are. With stupid people who vote against their own interests, you never know. They'll smile at you, they'll call you their friend, and they'll gladly set the room on fire with you in it, thinking they're helping. Stupid people are chaos wrapped in flesh. They will never truly know the harm they cause until it's too late. And that right there is the real problem.
Dear Cuban Americans, the ones that were eligible to vote, the ones that had their green card and citizenship here in the United States, I just came across that video, and even for you, my heart just breaks. Because it talks about them going to the markets and there's no food there. And then they come here and they see a Walmart filled with food and they don't even know how to behave. And I don't know how you could have voted for this, celebrated this, sung about this, knowing that you were voting for a dictator because he told you he was going to be a dictator. And I expected you firsthand to know the difference. To know the difference because you come from a country that has a dictator. And I don't know how you could have done this to your own people, that now there's no chance for anyone else from your country to come here or from your island. And a lot of you will be returning because citizenship is on the chopping block. But I told you that before the election. I don't know how you guys sleep at night. And you have the community in uproar. You voted 78% for this. So yeah, you can be blamed for this. My heart breaks for those that are going without food in your country, but I could have never. It's a betrayal of your own kind.
Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So I want to hear from you. What do you all think? Did Cuban MAGA voters faffle, or is there more to the story? Is this just another boat and switch political move? Or did they really think they were immune? Drop your thoughts in the comment because trust me, I read every single one. And if you have made it this far, drop a fire emoji so I know you are riding with us till the end. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this because I guarantee this convoy is just getting started. And as always, credit to the original clips, stitches, and breakdowns. Y'all keep the internet alive. And listen, before you all go into the comment section to defend, deflect, or maybe even delete those old MAGA tweets, let's take a moment of silence for all the folks who thought law and order was only for other people. Because reality just pulled up like a repo truck in the middle of the night. And baby, it's coming for the keys. I can already hear the excuses loading up, but Trump promised. Yeah, and so did that one friend who said they will pay you back last week. How is that working out? Or, but it's better than the other alternative. Is he? Or was that just the coping mechanism talking? Because right now, it's looking like some people bought a MAGA dream and got a deportation notice instead. But hey, that's just my take. Now I want to hear yours. Did Cuban MAGA voters really think they were exempt from this mess, or is this just political karma doing its thing? Should they have seen it coming, or is this just a harsh lesson in be careful what you vote for? Drop your thought below, and trust me, I see y'all in the comments, and I'll be responding to the best takes. And if you have made it this far, shout out to you, real MVPs. Drop a fire emoji in the comments so I know you are logged in. And while you are at it, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with that one friend who swore Swamp was gonna fix everything. I promise their reaction will be golden. And as always, major props to the original creators, Stitches, and all the internet sleuth who dug up the receipts on this one. Y'all keep the culture alive. Until next time, stay sharp, stay informed, and remember, political karma, don't miss. Yeah, so see you next time. Peace out.